Mount Cameroon, a place you must visit, adorned with wonders of nature whose history and potentials cannot be discovered all in just one day. Also call it the Mountain of Greatness or the Chariot of the Gods, as described by the Carthaginian navigator Hanno in his amazement upon witnessing a volcanic activity in one of his early expeditions. This is the highest point in sub-Saharan Western and Central Africa, and the fourth most outstanding peak in the continent. Characterized by vast savanna, a dense forest area, and a volcanic landscape of black sand and craters, Mount Cameroon overshadows surrounding highlands, spreading across a large area, overlooking the cloud forest and lowland forest that stretches down the coast of the Atlantic. Mount Cameroon is situated in Boya, southwest region of Cameroon. The active volcano that measures over 4,000 meters above the coast of West Cameroon, covering a surface area of over 58,000 hectares, is a veritable harbor for many endangered and endemic plant and animal species. One of the world's biodiversity hotspots, located in the Gulf of Guinea. Rich in abundance of plants, most of them medicinal, such as the Prunus africana, coupled with huge trees possessing giant roots. Animal and bird species such as the francolin and the Mount Cameroon sparrows are found nowhere else in the world but here, making it a paradise for lovers of nature. Mount Cameroon also plays host to endangered species like the forest elephant, antelopes, and monkeys. This rich depiction of a symphony in its biodiversity has magneted government's attention to put in place a structure in a bid to conserve this rich, unique natural resource such as the Mount Cameroon National Park. Efforts are also being made by the government through the Ministry of Forest and Wildlife to protect this fauna and flora diversity.
We have the construction of a coloche in the Mount Cameroon. They are beautiful houses which can lodge tourists. We have also patrols which are regular in our mountain to be sure that the protected species of wildlife are there, are protected. We have also actions in water. We have consulted with the German cooperation through the Program of Sustainable Management of Natural Resources of Southwest. The active part of this cooperation to help population to have water, potable water. In many villages today, we have potable water for the population so that many diseases, they don't have them. We have also action in agriculture. Many seeds of cocoa, plantain, and cassava are given to the population to improve their production. We do also in cassava process. You see gari, all those sub-products of cassava to facilitate population to have some revenue from these productions. So some activities to the youth to gain some money have also been done through the program of sustainable management of natural resources. So these are many things the government do for the welfare for the population. You see this forest up in the Mount Cameroon. We control it, the illegal exploitation. So no exploitation is authorized in this mountain because of its ecological role. If this mountain, these trees in the mountain are not protected, Buea will be dry because all the water Buea is drinking is coming from the mountain. So these trees have a very important role for the population in the mountain. It also fights against erosions. Because if there are no trees, we have too much erosion, and you know we are in the rainy season now. If there is no tree in the mountain, and where is on slope, a slopy town, there will be many problems in Buea town. So we are controlling that forest in the coordination of the governor of the region.
Mount Cameroon is also a fusion of methodology, fun, and nature, making it quite exciting for its visitors. Indigenes believe the occurrences and activities on the mountain are guarded and controlled by a deity called Evazamote. Another school of thought hold it that the magnitude of the mountain magnifies the glory of God in nature. More reason why some faithfuls find it ideal retreating to this place of wonders in nature for days of quietness with God. Making it a spiritual and natural sublime discovery. Bearing this in mind, the government has taken steps to equate development and conservation of this heritage for all stakeholders.
We have three main objectives for managing the park. The first objective is to conserve the biodiversity. The second objective is to promote ecotourism, and the third objective is to support the development of the local communities. Specifically for ecotourism promotion, a lot of work has been done. We've been able to elaborate a participatory management plan with the different stakeholders for the management and development of ecotourism in the park. For the approval of the management plan in 2015. And as part of the implementation of this ecotourism development plan, a number of ecologies are being constructed. Presently, if you go to Hut 2 and further to Mount Spring, you find state-of-the-art ecologies that have been constructed to facilitate visits into Mount Cameroon National Park. And all of this is to enable us be able to fulfill our vision of ensuring that this ecosystem, the Mount Cameroon ecosystem, is sustainably managed, and Mount Cameroon National Park becomes a veritable tourist destination. And as I said, through these ecotourism activities, we have been able to see how we can mobilize local communities. We have seen a situation where hunters are being transformed to be guides through local tour facilitating organizations. We actually have 13 of them presently, which are either CIGs or non-governmental organizations, and they are assisting us together in implementing the community-based ecotourism approach that we have been able to jointly elaborate for the development of ecotourism in the park.
Rising from the coastal tropics to a bare summit, which is cold and windy, temperatures sometimes are extremely low. Occasionally, the freezing temperatures give way to patchy drops of snow. Porters and tourist guides are always available to encourage and motivate tourists who wish to make a trip of discovery.
I started hiking around 2009, so I really found the mountain very good right now because of the ongoing constructions. At first, we never had such accommodations and facilities, but we are so happy with the present infrastructures in the park. I really thank the Cameroon government for these facilities that they created for us. I always have a great impression when I arrive at the summit, because it's always a great achievement for me. And since it's not my first time, but I still have a great achievement. I feel I achieved so much reaching the summit.
My job is to bring tourists to the mountain and then showing them places like Hot 1, Hot 2, Hot 3, Summit, Man Spring, Crater Lake, back to Man Spring. I can remember the breeze was so difficult on top of the summit. It was about to carry someone, and when we came down to the forest, the crew of the trees and the elephant attacked us, and we were running. The Mount Cameroon is not as easy as how you see the summit. If you get up the summit, you see many mountains surrounding the Mount Cameroon, like Mbomboko, Nitele, Ekonditeva, some other mountains, more than 50, I cannot name them. This job as a tourist guide I'm doing like this is helping me to feed my family and to send my children to school. I'm proud for it.
A journey to the summit often takes days. During this time, tourists could comfortably take a night or two off in one of the properly built and furnished eco-lodges that are constructed in a special way, adapted to the freezing conditions by night and moderately cold temperatures by day. Other exigencies in these mountain lodges include electricity powered by solar energy, potable water, sanitary amenities, just to name but these. A special platform is also reserved for those who would like to mount tents in the open air for nature's sake. The lodges and platforms are managed by an expert.
If you are working a good job, then your tourists have to they satisfy your tourists through the good hospitality that you have been giving them. They will appreciate, and the tourists appreciate whatever thing I'm doing for them. Tourists are satisfied, and we are having more tourists now because of one, all these buildings at first there were no buildings here, so now the tourists are coming now to see, and they are very, very satisfied with what they are seeing here. So many tourists are coming now to come and see what is happening here. One, because they're still very good structures. You see the solar energy, which is flow. The toilet is very good, flushing toilet, which is there. And you have the shower, and you see the restaurant, very beautiful. So the tourists are well enjoy about whatever.
Partnership between the Cameroon and German governments is seen in this domain of sustainability through the German International Development Corporation, the GIZ.
Of our support is going towards ecotourism, so we supported the park in doing an ecotourism development plan, but also to start with the investments on the mountain. So you have the Fako Mountain Lodge and Manspring Lodge, and which have been developed and which already have a kind of temporary management. And with this, we see a lot of potential in the Mount Cameroon National Park, and we hope with this first investments, others will come later, we will initiate the ecotourism development in Mount Cameroon National Park.
Mount Cameroon, a tourist destination, not only hosts the annual International Mount Cameroon Race of Hope that pulls athletes from all over the world, but also plays a great role in generating income for both its indigents and the government. Tourists come from within and out of the country all year round. A real tourist site par excellence, a haven of peace.
We came to climb the top of the mountain. Yeah, we hear great things about it and that it's challenging, and so we wanted to give it a try. Mount Cameroon is extraordinarily beautiful.
I'm from the United States of America. We are in Cameroon, hiking Mount Cameroon, and it has been gorgeous and such a good adventure. So thank you for letting us come.
We enjoyed so much. It's such a great adventure, and it's just beautiful seeing this landscape.
Reaching the summit, I felt very accomplished. It was very rewarding.
I visited Cameroon first in 2005 with the United States Navy. I was providing medical care in the extreme north. And when I got out of the Navy, I had an opportunity to come back with mercy ships and do healthcare down in Douala. So a group of us, there's 17 of us, making a field trip today. We have a 3-day weekend, and we're spending with you on your mountain. Beautiful visit.
How is the mountain? Tougher?
Oh, this is a tough mountain. We call this a cinder cone. It's like walking on ball bearings. So you walk, you slip, you walk, you slip, you walk, you slip. To imagine the Guinness runners running up and running down
in 4 hours is a miracle to me. I just can't imagine runners being able to do that. But they're much younger and faster. I would tell many Americans that this is the most beautiful city, most advanced city in Africa I have visited, that the roads are wide, clean, and in good repair. The people are honest and friendly, and I've had a wonderful visit.
Hey!